it is tough at times. Um, because you may have all the confidence that can anyone can muster. You're going to be, this game, it's of two level, where it's either you're at your lowest or you're at your most confident, your frame of mind. And when you get yourself maybe, I've always felt when you win, it never quite constitutes that you have arrived. You know, it's about losing that confidence. It's when you're down, how you're going to pick yourself up. And I've always looked at it as simply as possible, and not to try and get too carried away with too many complicated answers, but to believe that if you would have been on that journey before, and here's where sometimes you've got to retrace. Sometimes we get lost, and that's where you get lost at times. You know, you're not as confident as before. A few low scores may have put you into a pretty low frame of mind and things like that. But if you knew the journey before, you can always retrace. And here's where I guess this is a great thinking game, and for you to assess things and to assemble all this particular information to know what's the next step. So nothing is wrong with the fact that you're going to lose your positiveness sometimes, but you would have been in that positive frame of mind long before. You would have maybe felt the stress about not being as confident as whatever for you to accomplish what you would like to get done. And you've got to retrace that journey. And I've always remember, like the older folks, like my father and things like that, used to say things like, he or she who knows the way, leads the way, go all the way. You know, and to me, I've taken that on board every time. To me, these are some of words of inspiration. And my father wasn't the most successful sportsman or businessman on earth, but they have certain little things that they can tell you as kids that you remember for quite a long time, and that have lived with me. May God bless his soul anyway. That have lived with me for quite some time, because, as I said, you're positive. When you're positive, you know the way. When you are stressed out and not confident, you don't quite know the way. So you've got to retrace those journeys. And this is what I think sometimes we have brains for, in order for us to try and come to grips with the information that we feed from here, which filters down everywhere for you to find that way again. You know the way, you've known the way before. That's why you're where you're at. And I've looked at it as simply as can be. It is like, take for instance driving, and you're in traffic and you get to this red light and you're all frustrated and you can't wait for the light to change. Why? Because you know you're going to have some freedom where you can, if the road is clear, where you can put your foot down and go again. There's no red light, you know, and the green light gives you the way in order for you to start pressing on the gas, because that red light every time, in my opinion, signals danger.